the semifinalists. So first of all, I would like to introduce to you Miss Connecticut. This is Pat Denny, West Hartford, and she goes to college or majoring in
social sciences and elementary education.
And is that what you always wanted to do, be a teacher?
No.
What?
I wanted to be an Indian princess when I was like...
I think you would have been an excellent Indian princess. One rumor that's about is that you consider yourself quite a scatterbrain. Is that true?
Other people consider me a scatterbrain.
Are you?
Not just me. Well...
You know, you're always forgetting things. You have been our lead-off girl. You have to remember where we go all night long.
Oh, please don't remind me.
Huh? Would you say it?
Well, up at school, like when I had to pack to go home, I didn't even pack. My friends did up at school, and my roommate put up signs and wrote down things that I had to remember, and I was just...
Do you remember my name?
Jack.
Yeah, you're in great shape. All right, thank you. Miss Connecticut, ladies and gentlemen. Next, Miss California, Maria Judith Remigny. This very radiating girl comes to us from the Radiation Laboratory at the University of California. And what are you doing there?
I'm a research assistant and computer programmer.
Wow, how about that? This young lady has quite a background. Born in Denmark, raised in Hungary, escaped from Hungary during the revolution, came to this country with your whole family?
Yes, my mother, father, and my younger sister and myself. We settled here in El Cerrito.
And you're all American citizens now. I hope, though, you haven't forgotten how to cook Hungarian dishes.
No, and my favorite one is Purkos and Galushka.
Sounds like something you learned in physics. Thank you very much. Miss California, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Indiana, Elaine Richards from Gary, Indiana. And you want to be?
An English teacher.
At what grade level?
Secondary education.
But you do some teaching now, don't you?
Yes, I do. I used to teach dancing and swimming.
You ever get the two confused?
Well, truthfully, I've never tried doing a frog kick on a dance floor, but I will say that many of the releases in water safety do come in handy on the dance.
Yeah, I was going to say, giving your tango partner artificial respiration or something like that. Thank you. Miss Indiana, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Miss Florida, Randy Beard. Randy Beard, actually, that's not her real name. Her real name is Randall. That's a boy's name.
Yes, it is. They mistook me for a boy at first.
They never will now, let me tell you. They mistook you as a boy when? You mean when you were born?
Well, the lady in the bed next to my mother's was told that she had a nice little boy, and my mother thought they were talking to her. So she signed my name Randall, thinking I was a boy.
And do you get draft cards and things in the mail?
Oh, yes.
You do?
Yes, I did get one draft card, and everything that I get in the mail says, Mr. Randall L. Beard.
Yes, this young lady's from Cypress Gardens, and of course you would expect her to be a great water skier, which she is, and she worked there, but you wouldn't believe that she's a football player. That's true, isn't it?
Well, I used to play football, and I do like to play a little bit now.
What position?
Right halfback.
Are you good?
Well, I'm not really too good. I keep getting knocked down.
Miss Florida, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Tennessee, Mary Margaret Smith. The girl with a 50-pound cape on her back. So she's getting muscle-bound just walking up here on stage. She wants to be a singer, and coming from Memphis, I bet you're a country girl, a country singer.
No, I'm not. I hate country music.
You're kidding.
No, I hate it.
Why?
I just hate it. It's just... Well, it's all right. It's good to listen to, but I like jazz and popular music.
And of course, well, I shouldn't have said it just country, because Memphis is the home of Elvis Presley, isn't it?
Yes, rock and roll singer.
Yeah, do you know Elvis?
Yes, well, I don't know him personally, but when he's home, all the people in Memphis are around his gates and climbing the walls and everything.
Have you ever climbed his walls?
No, but I'd like to.
Oh, thank you. Miss Tennessee, ladies and gentlemen. Nancy Self. As I mentioned earlier, she won the Best State Costume Award for originality, and she's had a scholarship at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, which would mean you want to be an actress.
Yes, I'd like to be.
But I read your biography, and it had a big underline under movie actress. Why are you partial to movies?
I prefer working in front of cameras as opposed to an audience. Tonight I have both.
So you feel half good and half bad. You know, we do have a worldwide audience. How about an audition?
I don't know.
Why don't you say, I hate you, Jack. Furious, all right? A method actress, you can tell here. Go ahead.
I can't.
Try it. Look at the camera.
I hate you, Jack.
No, wait. Hey, let's give her another chance. Say, I hate you, Jack, like you're in love with me.
I hate you, Jack.
Would you excuse us for a few moments? Thank you. Miss New York, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Ohio, Karen Beach. This little Cleveland Indian gal. In fact, this is a real uniform, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I went down to the stadium to get it, and the men had one laid out for me. It's a size 42.
Taken in, you have to ask.
I took it in, but I have to let it out because they want it back. The player has to wear it.
Well, they can find a little tiny player. How did your family react to you winning Miss Ohio crown? How did your father react?
Well, my dad, when I told him I was entering the contest, just looked at me and said, you could never do it.
Really? And I know you have a boyfriend.
Yes, he was happy but sad because it spoiled the 21st birthday party for me. I left on the same day that he had it planned.
He had to eat the cake all by himself. How about your mother?
My mother was so happy when I got the Ohio title that she forgot our telephone number and when she was trying to call my dad.
Couldn't let him know. It's kind of interesting, some of the background things of what happens when a girl wins. This young lady is a great water skier. Now you say, why does he mention that? This is very unusual that she's a great water skier. Tell him why.
I never learned how to swim.
I'd be great, too. You can't fall. You can't afford to. Thank you, Miss Ohio, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the first 7 semifinalists. Now let's meet our second group of semifinalists as I call out, remember these aren't in alphabetical order, Miss Hawaii, Judith Ann Wolski. With tea leaves and a real flowered lei and all. I imagine, Judy, that you're a great surfer.
Well, I do surf once in a while, but contrary to what many people think, everyone that lives in Hawaii isn't a real surfer.
And next you'll tell me you don't even do the hula.
No, I do the hula, but not professionally.
Let me test you. They tell stories with their hands. Little grass shack.
Sign of a house, you would make the sign of a house and the little grass like that.
Rain.
Well, rain would be falling from the sky real gracefully.
Going across the water.
Across the water? Well, water is in the sign of like this.
Okay, say, I am here Saturday night in Miami Beach at the Miss USA pageant.
Oh, well, I'd rather do that in American. I am here.
You're doing very well. Miss Hawaii, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Arizona, Roxanne Neely. This pretty young girl from Phoenix, you were a pom-pom captain, I hear.
That's right, Jack.
What do you do as a pom-pom captain?
Well, I kind of feel like the mommy to 7 other girls on my pom-pom line.
You got to keep their pom-poms clean, like a good mother should. You want to be a teacher. What kind of a teacher?
That's right. I'd like to teach elementary school, possibly even go overseas and teach in some of our military schools over there. Help them in overseas because they're helping us.
That's very good. You have one older brother.
That's right. Jimmy's 23.
Is he a good older brother?
Well, he doesn't give me any dates, but...
You don't need a big brother for that.
He's very consoling. I call him up when I enter contests like this and need a helping hand.
What's
Someone
he
to
say?
pat me on the back and talk to
He says
me.
you'll do all right, and I'm sure you will. Miss Arizona, ladies and gentlemen. Miss Massachusetts, Nancy Brackett. Comes from Brighton, quite near to Boston. And I'm curious what a beautiful girl like this thinks would be an ideal man. What kind of characteristics should an ideal man have?
Well, I don't go with anybody in particular right now, but when I do,
I'm just talking about a philosophical ideal man.
well, when I do try to find the right man, I think I would look for good character, a sense of humor.
tall. You're a tall girl. You'd need someone tall.
Yes, fairly tall.
6'3" or something like that, huh? Slim, compact, good shape.
No, really looks
Yeah.
doesn't have much.
You're very fair. Now, how about a fair? Blonde hair. Married, father of 3. I can't sell myself to this girl. Thank you. Miss Massachusetts, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Miss Texas, Dorothy Pickens. Oh, from Texas. She just has to be an oil millionairess.
No, I'm not.
You don't even have one oil well?
Well, I think we might have one oil well from where I'm from. My grandfather discovered the first oil well in the Rio Grande Valley. Said it ran dry awfully quickly, and we haven't had any more since.
Nothing since. I hear you're a great cook.
I like to cook.
What's your favorite recipe?
Well, what I like to cook most is chicken fried steak and hush puppies, but they don't go together.
I don't even know what chicken fried steak is.
You don't. You take a small piece of steak and you beat it, and then you...
Beat it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then you put flour on it, and then you fry it, and you make cream gravy to go on top.
Now, are Texas hush puppies different than other hush puppies?
They're better.
Oh, you can't beat them. Oh, I'll join them. Miss Texas, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Miss District of Columbia, Sue Count. And she comes from a great big family of how many?
I have 6 sisters and 2 brothers.
6 sisters and 2 brothers. 6 sisters. A hand-me-down in her family would be a mere thread by the time it got the last one. A lot of these girls want to be airline stewardesses, and I understand you were one, but you quit.
Yes, I was an airline stewardess for 2 months.
What happened?
Would you believe air sickness?
What did your passengers think?
My passengers never saw me too much. I was always at the rear of the plane.
3 words never to say to this girl, coffee, tea, or milk, and she gets sick. All right, thank you, Miss District of Columbia. Miss Utah, Denise Blair. She's from Layton, near the Great Salt Lake. And I've been around the Great Salt Lake. Have you ever been swimming in it?
Yes, I have.
Can you drown in it even if you want to?
No, you can't.
You just float?
Yes,
Have you been swimming out here at Miami Beach?
No.
If you got, well, you'd sink here without any salt to hold you up. Another big family. How many in your family?
7.
7. My goodness. Must be like Grand Central Station at rush hour.
No, when we're all together, it doesn't seem like so many. And then when one is missing, it seems like there's a few missing, because we're all so very close.
Well, it sounds like you have a lovely family. Thank you. Miss Utah. Miss North Dakota, Judy Slayton. I tell you, we have a run of big families here, because you come from a family of...
6.
Of 6. You have, what?
3 sisters and 2 brothers.
Kid brothers.
Yes, I do.
What do they think of this?
Well, my 5-year-old brother, who's an inspiration to a more happy day, will come one morning on a day of show and tell and say, Mom, can I take one of your Judy's trophies to school?
Yeah, that must get a lot of kidding for him and you, too. What would you say is the hardest part about being in this pageant?
Your feet get a little numb.
A little numb, all the walking and the high heels and the rehearsing, and you are a sweetheart, among other things, and she wanted to say this so that all the fellas in the fraternity house would think kindly of you.
I'm very proud of them.
What fraternity?
Kappa Psi.
We got your plug in. Thank you. Miss North Dakota, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Miss Maryland, Rosaline Zetter. And she's from Bowie, the famous racetrack town. And this young lady likes a different kind of racing.
Sports car rallying.
She likes sports car rallying. And how did you get interested in that?
I had a very good friend who was a math major, and this type of thing is very technical math.
This very good friend must be a boy.
Yes.
Well, of course. And it is. I don't know if any of you know about sports rallies, but you have to go out in all these intricate directions. And how do you do in it?
Very well. I've taken a couple first. It's great. It's the most wonderful sport I've ever,
And you were telling me a little bit about a Halloween sports rally. What do you have to do in that?
Well, it's done mostly at night, and it might start at 9 o'clock and go until 1. Well, one of the things, we take an egg,
put it in a fish net, take it, find an outdoor grill, cook it. It has to be done just right, and then take it back, and it's judged, and that's part of the judging of the contest.
And part of the racing around in the cars. Sounds very interesting. Miss Marilyn, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, the Miss USA 1966 semifinalist.